let's talk about things that are actually happening rather than speculating for just a moment here. Coach, which team do you think is having the best offseason so far?
Well, this may be a little bit of a surprise because we've talked about teams like the Celtics trade for Brogdon, but overall, I think it's the New Orleans Pelicans. When you make it to the playoffs, you lose to the Phoenix Suns when Chris Paul has to go off for 40-plus points in a closeout game, and Devin Booker came back after, being out with COVID protocols. When you have a chance to re-sign your aircraft carrier in Zion Williamson and add him to this team, oh my goodness. Herb Jones, another outstanding young player in his rookie campaign, and you trade for C.J. McCollum. This guy averages, 26, 27 points a game, and 20 of those points are ferocious in the paint, way he can block shots. This guy's almost unstoppable, and you add him to this team with Brandon Ingram, man, look out. I think the New Orleans Pelicans, when most guys don't want to stay in your small market, there were reports that he wanted to end up in New York, but they were able to retain him. What an offseason for the New Orleans Pelicans to get back Zion Williamson, and hopefully he'll be healthy, because if he's healthy, this is going to be a dangerous team.
Yeah, we're talking about executives, players, coaches. It's an entertainment product at the end of the day, and few are as entertaining as Zion when he is on the court, hoping that happens in the not-too-distant future. We can get to see him for that full season sample size and perhaps some playoffs as well. Coach, not everybody's heading into the holiday with a smile. Who's having the worst week, and why is his name Sean Marks?
Yeah, Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets. They're having a bad week. This is a bad situation because they basically pushed all of their chips in for Kevin Durant first, and then Kyrie Irving. And obviously we know James Harden is long gone. And now Kyrie Irving wanted to force his way out. There were no takers, so he had to opt in. And then when he opted in, Kevin Durant is basically opting out. Even though he has 4 years left on his contract, he doesn't want to be a Brooklyn Net anymore. So the Nets, unfortunately, just a bad offseason, and now they're going to have to rebuild. This team is heading in a situation where they're not going to be a playoff team. We've seen this movie with the Nets before. They tried to push their chips all in with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. That didn't work. Jason Kidd coached there for a season, and then Jason Kidd opted out and he forced his way out to the Milwaukee Bucks. So just a bad run for a franchise that have moved into $1 billion stadium in Barclays. Is a beautiful stadium. I was the first Brooklyn Nets coach, so I know how beautiful that stadium is and how thirsty that fan base is to have a winner. But they're having a bad offseason.
Yeah, they were a size 17 away from winning the whole thing a couple years back. Now looking like a shoe-in to be rebuilding. Coach, we appreciate you stopping by on the holiday. Go enjoy.
Happy for it.
All right, taking a look at the odds to win the NBA title next season, and these numbers already changing and subject to change further, that is. The Warriors were odds-on favorites to do it after winning the title just a couple weeks ago. Now 6-1, second to only the Celtics. Maybe Vegas reading into some tea leaves as well, getting closer to a Durant deal, whether that be to the Suns at 6-1, the Celtics at plus 575, and then the Lakers sitting there at 10-1, priced properly perhaps, as they look for some help in the form of Kyrie Irving. All of it coming down, and we'll bring you up to speed with the latest here on HQ.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.